Okay, hello and welcome to the channel again. Today I am going to, keyword is try and attempt to change the filters out on my reverse osmosis water system that I have at the house. Basically, anybody who lives in California, Nevada, or Arizona know how bad the tap water is out here, especially Nevada and Arizona. I think we have the worst in all of the United States. But I got this not only for us to drink and for cooking and whatnot, but I also use this water for my fish tanks every once in a while. When we first got this system, it was only like a low hundreds, like $100 something to have somebody come out and service it and change the filters and everything. After COVID, that jumped to closer to 200, and it's even higher than that now. And I'm not trying to be too cheap or anything like that, but with inflation and everything, I understand everything did go up. However, the nice person who always services our system, actually, he even recommended to me the last time he was here, like, hey, next time, why don't you order the filters and give it a try? It's not all that hard. I think he knew that we weren't too happy with the price increase, and he lives on the other side of town. So so this time I am going to attempt to try to do it myself. I did watch a few videos on other people doing it, and of course I saw our person do it several times. So this is literally my first time trying it. I ordered a standard 5 stage reverse osmosis system filtration on Amazon. I haven't even opened it yet to see what's inside, but just to give you a little walkthrough, it looks like the orange line is where my cold water line is. That comes here to the input of our 5-stage system, goes back out here. The yellow line will go to our holding tank, and then come back to the blue line through our last what is this? This one is taste and odor reduction. Okay, so yeah, basically it's like stage 1 is sediment, pre-carbon, post-carbon. This is the membrane that is also sensitive from what I know. And again, it all comes back up here and comes out through here. But yeah, right now our water flow has been significantly low, and it's about time that we got new filters, so I decided to give it a try. I am gonna start out by turning off the water supply to the filtration system by turning it clockwise, turning off the valve on my tank also by turning it clockwise, and then I will turn this on and make sure all the pressure is released and make sure there's no water coming out. Wait, or do I need to turn off the water supply and turn on the tank to release all this water first? That's more like it. So it looks like I'm releasing all the water that's in the tank right now. But I did cut off the supply, cold water supply. So I am gonna wait for this to drain completely, and I will be right back. Alright, it looks like the tank is completely drained now. Again, I am completely clueless when it comes to this, and it's literally my first time trying this. So if you see me doing anything wrong, or me doing anything I should be doing different in the future, please feel free to leave a comment and let me know. From what I know, this filtration kit that I bought on Amazon is supposed to come with a little wrench to take these bottom filters off. I do have a rag, a small toolkit with me just in case I need anything, bucket if there's any water, and of course I have my wife next to me who's gonna help me, give me an extra hand if I need anything here. Okay, there's some fittings in here, I'm not sure where they go. There's our filters. It looks like activated carbon. In all fairness, it looks like this is Puroflo. Is actually the same brand of filters that are on here right now, so I guess I did buy the correct ones. So these are both it looks like they're exactly same carbon filter, so I guess pre-carbon and post-carbon will use the same filters. I think this, okay, so this would be the sediment filter. That's the one that gets super dirty. Yeah, that's exactly the same as the one I have on here right now. This is the final stage filter from what I know. Okay. Oh, this has activated carbon too. Okay. And this is the membrane. Again, I'm not exactly 100% sure who, what, when, where, why, how, but I keep seeing everybody saying don't touch this and use pliers to get the end of these, which I will do. But and here's the removal tool. Some of the videos that I watch, it looked like I may need to replace the O-rings on here, but we'll see if they're still reusable. If they look really bad and cracked, I might have to stop this whole thing and order a set of O-rings before I continue with this video. But let's try. Again, I have the valves off. The tank is emptied. Yeah. Let's see what we can do. Let's get this out of here for now. We are gonna start with stage 1, which is the sediment filter. Just kind of place it in there like that, just so once I loosen it up, I won't get water everywhere. Let's see, what did I do with the tool that oh, here it is. So, I wonder if this tool is really necessary. I'm gonna try to loosen it. Yeah, it's necessary. Okay, let's see. Put that in there. And let's see what we can do. Okay, these are on a little tighter than I was expecting. Let's get some leverage. Am I turning it the right way? Yeah, counterclockwise. Alright. Oh, wow. Not budging. Wow. I'm gonna have to put this video on pause and come back. So we are back. Yeah, I had to turn off the camera for a while and come back to this because the person that worked on our unit over tightened these, so I actually had to lay it on its side, get on top of it and loosen them up slightly so that now we can go and resume what we were gonna do. So back to, we are at the sediment filter, and again I didn't loosen them all the way, but I was able to get them to at least budge now because they were over tightened, which I don't think you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to torque them that much. But I am gonna take off the filter, which is the sediment filter. Hopefully I can. Alright, yeah, so I am going to loosen this into the bucket so that it doesn't get too messy over here. I should have gotten a different bucket though. I don't think there's 100% way of getting this. There's gonna be water in here regardless, which is why I have my rag. Okay, so for starters, this is good old Nevada water for you right there. It's supposed to look like this when you first get it, but that's how ours looks now. Yeah, luckily the O-ring looks perfectly fine. So I am gonna dump this into the sink, and as recommended, I am gonna clean it out with a little bit of soap and water, which my wife will do. And again, I know some people replace their O-rings every time, but I don't think that's really necessary. Ours has no cracks, it's perfectly fine, so I am not going to replace them today. We are going to get it cleaned out. I'm thinking, do I have to put this one back on first, or can I work on the second one while it's off to make it easier to maneuver? You know what, since everybody did put this back on and then started working on other ones, I guess I'll do that too, just to see. So this is the 5 micron Puroflo sediment filter. So just like that, I'll throw it in there. Okay, let's get my bucket out of the way and make sure it is lined up with the hole inside for the filter, and we are gonna tighten it. I am gonna hand tighten it for now, and when I am done with all 3, I will tighten them again with the tool just to be safe. But moving on. Yeah, maybe I should have done this while it's off, but let's see. I'm gonna throw this in the sink and throw that away later. Let's get the second part of it off. Okay. And again, these, as you can see in the beginning of the video, it looks like they are the same exact filters for the carbon filters. So, ooh, okay, that just dropped out of there. So same deal, we are going to dump this out here and wash this real fast, clean the inside, make sure the O-rings are fine. This is a little messier than I wanted, but not too bad for our first try, I guess. But again, you can see how dirty the sediment filter was. That's good old Las Vegas water for you. Alright, so we got that rinsed out. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get a bigger bucket the next time I do this. I didn't think I would need such a big this one. But again, just to be clear, they are exactly the same, the activated carbon filter. So I guess there's a pre and a post filter, just 2-stage, same thing. They go in or out either way. So there's a carbon filter. Again, just make sure it's lined up with the hole inside before you tighten it. And again, it probably won't even tighten properly if it's not aligned. So if you can get it in all the way, you know that it's aligned properly. And for number 3, which is also a carbon filter, let's see, I'm gonna put this in here. Let's get this part off. Did I tighten this one too much already? Yeah, I think I did. I need a tool again. Fair warning, in my opinion, the tool that this comes with, it's not the best tool. It's very flimsy. If you're planning on doing this like in the future too, I would say invest in a more heavy duty one. Let's see, which way was I going again? Oh, it'd be this way. Okay. Alright, got that open. Let's get our bucket again. Again, sorry, it's not really organized. This is my first time trying this. I'm sure second, third time is around, it'll be a lot more easier and cleaner. But also, oh, I forgot to mention the most important thing. So in the beginning of my video, I mentioned that it was gonna run $200 something to have my guy come out here and do this. This whole set was about $50 on Amazon. So yeah, I think it's worth my time and saving $150 to do this myself. I mean, hopefully I can do it right. But so far looks like it's working. There's the post carbon filter. Again, it's the exact same thing. We are gonna clean that off real fast. Those are the 3 filters that came out of the system. I have a membrane and the post carbon filter, I believe, which will be left after these. And of course, once it's all done, you want to let your tank fill up and completely drain out. I think they recommend it 2 times before you actually start using the water again, but I'm hoping we can even get that far right now. So here's that. Alright, so we are back over here. It is dripping a little bit of water. Let's hurry up and get this part back on. Alright, third activated carbon block. And again, like I said, this is my first time doing this, and can't believe how scared I was to try this. I mean, I used to fix phones for a living, which were, you know, about $1,000 a piece. The other day I helped my uncle put up a 2-ton air conditioning unit in the air for a commercial building, and here I am struggling with this, which shows everybody has their area of expertise in this world. But yeah, so I got this on here, same deal. Make sure the hole is aligned properly and tighten it up. Now that I got all 3 of them on here, I am gonna use the tool to kind of give it a final nudge. I'm not gonna torque it like the previous person because they had it on way too tight. That's not necessary, especially with when you have an O-ring on here, you don't want to over tighten anything. Whether it's any kind of bolt, wheel, I mean, anything you're working on, you never want to over tighten it. That's never good. But so far, all right, that was stage 1, 2, and 3. It is getting a little bit of a mess here, but it's okay. Looks like stage 4 is going to be the membrane. Now, I know with the membranes, it only goes in one direction. And so, I believe, oh, I hope this is not over torqued too, because I don't even have a tool for this one. Let's see. I believe this had a push tab that's supposed to come off. Or was it a push tab? Oh, maybe not. Oh yeah, it is. So yeah, so with the push tab, I got this end off, which means I should be able to twist this part off. Again, I really wish I had a tool for this one too, but unfortunately I don't. Wow. Let's see if I could get these out of the way at least. Okay, so that does come off. Okay, that'll make it a lot easier for me to work with. Let's see if I can. Okay. So it wasn't as bad as the other one. Yeah, I should get my bucket. I don't want water dripping everywhere. Okay, I got this part off. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason, everybody was saying don't touch this part during the install or removal. So, I will find my little pliers if I can. Here it is. And get this part out of here. And you can kind of feel a click. Wow, you can see how dirty this was too, actually. Alright, I got that out of there. And again, to be fair, luckily, everything that I'm removing is identical to the parts that came here from Amazon, so I know I'm using the right parts. And I use a ppm meter on this every time we get new filters, and these filters seem to work great. So far I'm happy with the way it's going and my purchase from Amazon. Of course, I did do some research and I made sure I got the one that's certified. But there's an end with 2 small O-rings that goes on the inside, because the water only flows one way on this one. And you can kind of feel it clicking once it's in there. Put the lid back on. Okay. Now let's hope I can get this all back together. So this clicks in there. Oh, I know this piece was under here to hold this together, which I will be replacing right now anyway, but I just want to make sure it's all intact. And this uses, I guess it just kind of clicks in there. Okay, yeah, it's secure. Just gotta make sure it's secure. And now for the last part. This also only goes one way, so you have to make sure you are putting it on properly. Okay, yeah, so it shows you the arrow where it goes in and out. Okay, are these push pins also? It looks like it, but it looks like I may have to take those out and put it on here. How would I do that? I know there was some pieces in here earlier, but I don't think that had anything to do with anything. Let's hope that I can get this off of here and onto the new filter. Uh-oh. Can I get this off of here? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, it does twist. Which means it'll be easier if I take off the line. And of course it's giving me water. I should have expected that. I'm gonna take this one off too. Of course the bucket's not there when you need it. I just have to remember that first line. Okay, that was the inlet. This one's the outlet. Got it. Okay, and now that I have my bucket, no more water coming out. So, let's see how I'm gonna do this. So that was the outlet. Let's take off the tab for the outlet first. I wonder if I need any. I'm not gonna need any plumber's tape or anything like that for this, huh? Okay. Once again, outlet left side, inlet on the right side. Let's throw that in there. Get this open. And again, there are some tabs on here which you will have to remove. Perfect. And like I said, this side was the outlet. Now, to be fair, after trying this for the first time, it's not rocket science what we're doing here right now. However, I can see why the technicians charge what they charge to come out here, especially, if you live on the other side of town with the prices of gas these days, to drive all the way out here, to take your time and to do all this, clean it, service it, make sure everything's good. If anything goes wrong, they're gonna blame you. So, a lot of times it's kind of like the memes you see like on the internet about the people who say like, if it only takes me 10 minutes to do this repair work, it's because I spent 10 years, mastering the trade. I feel the same way about this. I can see why, again, the technicians charge what they charge now. But also, I mean, if you have some time and you like this kind of stuff, it's definitely something that you can do at home. And that's, again, not trying to ruin anybody's business or cut into anybody's, that's not my purpose here. I just want to show people that with a lot of things, hey, if I can do it, anybody can do it. That's just one of my things about my channel. I want to show people that a lot of this stuff is actually doable on your own if you have the time and the time to do it, and if you don't mind trying a small project. I'm just making sure all the fittings and everything is on nice and tightly before I let the water run. So far so good. Yeah, and just to be safe, let's tighten up the bottom filters one more time too. Again, don't over torque these. It's really not necessary with the O-ring in there. Once you have it pretty tight, it's not going to leak. And also, as a backup, the person who did ours always puts this in a bag so that if there is a small leak, you don't get it all over your sink, and it's trapped in the bag and you can get it worked on once you see a leak. But okay, I think we are ready to let it rip. So for now, let's see. I don't remember if this was on or off, but I am gonna close my tank valve and let the cold water rip, and let's make sure there's no leaks anywhere, and just let the tank fill up. You can hear, I don't know if you can hear it through the microphone, but you can hear the water flowing through here. And again, so far everything looks good. I don't see any leaks. You can't see it because I have colored lines, but when you first let the water rip like this and you have clear lines, because of the carbon filters, the water will be kind of black. Again, I am going to let the tank completely fill up, let it empty all the way, and I'm going to do that twice just to be safe. Yeah, again, everything looks good. I don't see any leaks anywhere. I think this was on. No, or is that just pressure building up? But yeah, I am gonna let this completely cycle, and I will be back in a while and show you how the water works, and we will do a water test to make sure everything is clean. See you in a bit. Alright, so it's been slightly less than 1 hour since I let the tank fill up. This is gonna be my first cycle, so I'm gonna let all the water out of here, completely empty the tank, and then I'm gonna do that one more time just to make sure we get all the carbon stuff out of there and get tank is fully cycled. I put everything back in the bag just in case there's any minor leaks or anywhere, anything like that, but so far everything looks good. Okay, I don't think my tank was filled completely yet, so I may do that a few more times, but yeah, I am gonna let it fill up one more time and let it rip, and then after that I will do that one more time and we will do a water test and compare ppms on regular tap and RO water. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back again. It's been roughly 2 hours since our last flush. Let's see how the water flow is now. Oh wow, water flow is super good. I am supposed to empty it out one more time. However, for the video's sake, I do want to try. Let's see here. I have only one hand right now. Let's see what the ppms comes out to. So there's my regular tap water, which I'm gonna place right here. And here is some RO water. It still needs a little more time to fill up, but just for testing purposes. Let's see what the ppms comes out to on. So the RO water, it's still coming out pretty high. It's normally supposed to be in the 30s, but it's still coming out like super high. So I think it was reading 116, which is really bad, but tap water does come out to 482. Again, I will try this again once it's fully flushed, and it normally reads like in the 30s, but we will try again tomorrow once it's fully flushed again.